So Master 2 is called the expansion process. And to give it a little bit more of a context so that we are settling in together, just a couple of remarks with regard to what it actually means. Well, first of all, it means expansion of what you got from Master 1. Expansion of the awareness around the collective conditioning. Expansion of the levels of thoughts and emotions, what you experience, which are not your own. Expansion of the ability to get into your core and use the energy of anger, transform it into passion, and inspire your environment. So an expansion of all that material is the purpose of Master 2 plus more. We also are looking at the ability to communicate. The ability to communicate in an empowering, enlightening way. So much of our communication as human beings is negligent or ignorant. We are not aware what a difference it makes the way we talk and what we communicate. We're also not aware that there's much more communicating than just the words. There's the body communicating, there's the soul communicating, the heart communicating. So here you will really be on a whole new level of understanding what is happening when you are interacting with another human being. And you will know what to do in order to make that interaction a valuable, wonderful experience for the other. May it be a work colleague, may it be your child, may it be your spouse, may it be a stranger, it doesn't matter. So to have that awareness, how to communicate. So in a train, you sit there, you start talking, and not letting it become the usual superficial, nice kind of talk, but rather in the right, appropriate way to lead it deeper, to let the other one walk away with a gift received by what you were able to open up through your way of communicating. So this is one of the main reasons of Master 2, and what we call that is consciousness coaching in a professional terminology. But it looks like you're normally talking, but you're not. We show you how that works. Plus, Master 2 is all about connecting. To allow yourself to experience what it means to be present to another. And to see another for who they are. The greatest gift, what you can give to another human being, is when you see them as what they really are. From anything you can do for another, the greatest gift is being present to who they really are. This is grace, this is blessing, this is sacred, this is in itself a silent space in which the other person is at last now perceived who they really are. We don't have that in our society. Everybody perceives everyone as projections from the memory and according to what should be and what they should not be. If you're present to someone and they see who you really are and are just present to that and don't do anything else, it's like a spa for your soul. It's an expansion process in itself. And this comes through connection, and this comes through removing all the layers that are in the way between you and another. To expand your core energy is another Master 2 aim. We do that in Hojo. Hojo will be introduced to you this afternoon, and it's an old ancient sword fighting technique of which we just take a particular section. And you'll see it's an expansion of the actor-architect process. Remember? Actor-architect? Yeah? All right. So that was a challenge for you, I believe? Yeah? A great one. You felt the energy later, you felt the liberation. Some of you even couldn't believe, that through that kind of weird exercise, this effect happens. But we contextify it in such a way, that it becomes a spiritual transformational experience. And the same we do in Hojo. So here you take it to the next level. There's so much more still in your core that has not had the chance to really to a 100% to come out of you. So that's what you also can look forward to. That is happening always after lunch, where we have our Hojo sections. So the power to create is an expansion in Master 2 to the level where we are taking your victim act away. No more victim. This is the end. Enjoy the last 2 days until we get there.
Yes.
No more victim. It's so disgusting anyway, because that's not who you really are. We are just used by social conduct and by habit of our past to continue our victim acts and pretend that we don't have the power to be great. But that's going to come to a stop in Master 2. So look forward to that one as well. On the last day, we're going to go into an inquiry around completion. So how to complete your past so that it's not coming up all the time as an incomplete stuff. How to complete your future so that there are not endless questions and uncertainties and indecisive conditions in yourself that make the future blurry, and consistently you are in limbo with regard to who you are, what's going to happen, what's right for you, what's wrong for you, and all the rest of it. So we call that completing the future. And then to learn how to keep the present complete so that there are no new incompletions coming from incomplete actions in the here and now, what you then have to deal with in the next training or tomorrow. So to learn the art of completion, which is a trademark of all the masters, a trademark of everyone who has a higher level of awareness or consciousness. There is this wonderful space and freedom and peace of mind of having your life complete. And a whole bunch of additional expansion tools. So this is what you are in for when it comes to the next 4 days in Master 2. And of course, as you already know, there is embedded the ICF accredited coach training program in its basics. So all of you who are up for that one specifically, this is the start now. But it melts in with everything what I was sharing. We don't separate coaching and consciousness or coaching and transformation. For us, it's one and the same thing. A coach without consciousness is not really very meaningful, and consciousness without coaching is wonderful, but doesn't have much impact. So coaching for us is communication, but we get there this afternoon anyway. The next one is important. Context awareness. So what we ask you to have always as a radar on is, in what context are you right now operating? The context is where you're coming from. The context is from the belief systems, the models of perception, whether from collective conditioning or self-created. In other words, the experience you have right now has nothing to do with the circumstances here. Whether you're ecstatic or depressed, whether you are present or not, none of that what you experience right now has anything to do with my energy, who we are, Master 2, etc. It has all to do with your relationship to that. With your relationship to yourself, with your relationship to your participation, with your relationship to what's happening up front, in the back, etc., etc. So you are creating your experience non-voluntarily by the context you are, which is determining your relationship to content. The context you are is determining the relationship you have to the content that is happening. And that creates your experience. And the more you are context aware, the more you are aware of where you're coming from, your subconscious and even maybe parts of your unconscious, the more you are able to just have your experience and not trying to change it by doing anything on the content. So just have that awareness, which we brought into your space in Master 1, back on the forefront of your awareness, and always look at the context you are right now, where you come from. What we require from you is a commitment to get off it within 30 seconds. So it's perfectly fine to get on it. Remember, the R system reacts, conditioning reacts, human beings do react. Nothing wrong. If you wouldn't react, I would be worried because you're probably a vegetable. Yeah? We don't want vegetables, we want human beings. So you react. Okay, you're on it. Okay. Get off it, 30 seconds. Okay, it's getting time, get off it. Actually, you should be off it right now, but maybe you just want to prolong it a little bit, play the game. Anyway, after 30 seconds, if you don't get off it, it becomes a tango. Then you are responsible for having made a decision by not getting off it to now starting to impact and play your environment. People, the training space, whatever there is. So, getting on it, no problem. Getting off it, also no problem. You know how to do it. Yeah, that's it. Staying on it, you're responsible, and now you have to deal with the consequences with regard to you negatively playing and impacting and doing your thing on your environment. It's a little bit painful. That's why we don't want to be aware of that. Simply being aware of that already is, almost doing the job. And the last one, what we require from you is a commitment to making a difference. See, from here onwards, from Master 2 onwards, it's about us human beings committed to a journey in consciousness and awareness. You are here because in one way or the other, you are having passion for making a difference for yourself, for the people in your life, for the world, on whatever scale. And I wonder if you could allow for finding out what would it mean to make a difference for you measured against your potential. What would it mean for you to make a difference measured against your potential? This is an open question. Yeah? It's a beautiful question. To be present to the possibility of your potential and then to ask yourself, okay, if I would fully allow that, what would it mean to make a difference, if I consider my potential? Whoa. Yeah? And then it could get very exciting. And if you don't live your life in service of making a difference on the level of your potential, you are consistently undervaluing yourself. You are selling yourself short. And that is creating a negative self-talk, because you consistently are telling yourself that you're not showing up like really, that you're not serving God as your potential, and that you're not really living your life. Then you go into distractions. You don't want to hear that voice. Then you go into addictions, into watching too much TV and all the kind of things, to run away from the negative self-talk. This all goes out the window when you start accepting that you are here to be great, that you are here to make a difference, that you are here to live and celebrate on the level of your potential. Time to stop playing small. And we know that there is the mind and the ego that has fear and concerns and all the rest of it. That's why we have compassion. It's just your willingness to really reach out to yourself and go with yourself in a relationship and say, no, this is about being great, this is about fully stepping in my potential, and I'm willing to show up as that. I don't know how, and I don't know when, but I make myself available and be ready. That attitude is what Master 2 asks of you. Are you willing to give that?
Yes. Yes. Master 2 is the great opportunity to learn how to deal with new challenges.
I always thought of myself that I'm not passionate enough myself and I look for it in others. But now I experience by being conscious that I actually can bring passion in the lives of people. That's really fantastic.
就是这个课程，我觉得在很多程度上是和中国的一些传统的那个哲学是相关的，当中有那个老梦孔庄，所以说我个人是十分建议你们可以过来尝试一下。既然你们已经在这儿了，那就诚挚的邀请你们。我相信它所带给你的所得一定会超出你们的预期的。Thank you.
Master 2 really made a difference for me. I participated in Master 1 in February of this year, and you can see Master 1 as the fertile ground where you can plant a tree on, and Master 2 the tools to really let this tree grow. Master 2 really gave me the tools to deal with my unresolved stuff. I wanted to create my own life, and now I have the tools for it, and to really create my life with passion.
In and after Master 1, I experienced the concept of Tahiti, but I didn't know how to create. And in Master 2, I got the tools to create Tahiti on my own. So that's why I invite everyone to do the Master 2.
Master 1 opened a door for me, and this was the best gift for myself, so I wish for everyone this gift of Master 2.
Nu ik bij Master 2 ben geweest, is het gewoon heel gaaf om te zien dat juist om dingen los te laten gebeuren en niet allerlei plannen vooraf te hebben, maar eigenlijk gewoon over te geven aan de whole en de controle op te geven dat het gewoon allemaal naar je toe komt. Dus daarom zou ik zeggen Master 2, top.
I think anyone who's left Master 1 feeling like there's so much more to look forward to, so much more to learn about themselves, but also to be able to support others, would really benefit from it, because it allows you to learn about compassion, to learn also how to support others through coaching directly, forgiveness, and through that it's left me with this feeling of really being able to settle a lot of the ideas that I had in my head from the last time.
What I really liked about Master 2 is the expansion from Master 1, realizing where I'm stuck, to Master 2, realizing how I can get myself unstuck. And I really got clarity how to integrate creative consciousness into my daily life. So it's not a concept anymore, I'm going to live it.
It was so awesome, really. It really improved my life, and I wish everyone who is thinking about making a difference, well, actually this course made me do it and really connected with myself, my heart, all my bodies, and yeah, just go on with the journey, implement it in your life, and I'm so thrilled.